Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Good morning. It's Monday, June 24th.
Thanks for joining us. And if you were with us on earlier GMSA, you noticed that Mark went away for a little bit at the end of the newscast, and that's because you made a fabulous breakfast this morning. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. The brisket was done yesterday. Just had to keep it warm, and then we did breakfast tacos and all that other stuff. Everybody brought a bunch of stuff, so.
Yes, but you were the star of the show.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It turned out pretty good. It's always nice when the brisket turns out okay.
Yes, and also joining us this morning, Mia, you got to try the brisket.
And that's exactly what I was going to say. Normally, I'm not here on Mondays, but I'm so happy that I am today because I walked into the break room and here's Mark with this amazing brisket, and it was phenomenal.
Thank you. They told me they could smell it upstairs, and I said, the brisket, right? Nothing burning.
Exactly. Nothing's on fire. It was fantastic. So yes, thank you, Mark. A great way to start off this work week. It is a muggy one out there as well. Temperatures in the upper 70s and low 80s in and around the San Antonio area. Let's take a look at those current conditions. If you're fixing to step out the door, 82 here in San Antonio. The same over in New Braunfels. You can see on the far right-hand side of your screen, humidity is still very much elevated. And we're going to continue to see that moisture stick with us into this afternoon. That's actually going to help heat indices climb into the low triple digits. So while actual air temperatures do look to top off in the mid 90s, just know it will feel a few degrees hotter because of that humidity in place. Most of us will stay dry, but we are going to introduce a 10% potential specifically later on this afternoon and into the early evening to maybe find a stray shower like yesterday, though. The best chances are going to sit across our far southeastern counties. Here's the thing. High pressure is in control, so this week our weather is going to be what you would pretty much expect for the last full week of June. Highs consistently in the mid 90s, feeling like the triple digits because of that humidity in place, and a 10 to 20% potential each afternoon to find one of those stray showers. So we'll get you a little bit more detail on that coming up in the days ahead in just a little bit. But first, let's send things over to RJ for a check at the roads.
Yes, Mark, and I will also extend my compliments to the chef there. My suit's feeling a lot more snug right now.
You're welcome.
Yes. Have to hit the gym for sure today. Yes. No, that was amazing brisket, Mark. Yeah, you definitely outdid yourself. All right, guys, taking a look at our traffic situation out there right now. Loop 410 northbound right there at Ingram Park Mall or Ingram Road, and we do have a stalled, what looks like a big rig there off to the side of the right-handed lane there, causing some little bit of delays in this area. We're going to show you the maps here in just a bit and see exactly what we're looking at in that area, because I've been monitoring this over the past 15-20 minutes or so, and it doesn't look like there's much movement or activity right here. So again, traffic being backed up from Ingram Road all the way down to parts of Culebra Road, and even going a little bit further south to West Military and also Highway 151. So again, 410 eastbound, northbound, however you want to call it there, as you head up to Ingram Park Mall, Ingram Road, we do have a little bit of a delay there because of a stalled 18-wheeler. Want to show you one other trouble spot that we're seeing right now. This has also been a little bit of backup over the past half hour or so. This is going to be 90 eastbound right there at 1604, and traffic is backing up to West Montgomery all the way up to Whisper Way. Now it looks like we are starting to see some clearance in this area, but still something to keep in mind if you're headed out on the far east side of, or far west side, excuse me, of the greater San Antonio area. All right, across the city, we have an incident right there, 35 at Alamo, not causing too many delays downtown. And further up past Windcrest, looks like we have an incident there on 35 and 1604 if you're heading out to parts of the northeast side. So we will continue to monitor the roads and give you more updates as we get them. Mark and Stephanie, back to you guys.
Thank you, RJ.
Here's today's 9 at 9.
Later today, the San Antonio Independent School District will vote on the budget for the next school year. School leaders said they're faced with making tough decisions. In a statement, SAISD said decreasing enrollment and dwindling state funds are two of the reasons the district is having difficult conversations about its budget. This budget cycle comes after the district made a decision last fall to close 15 of its schools next school year.
Today marks 2 years since the Supreme Court Dobbs decision effectively overturned Roe versus Wade. The anniversary comes as the High Court considers another potentially monumental abortion case. It could rule any day now on whether a federal law mandating emergency care can override a state ban on the procedure.
Car dealerships across the country are going old school, in some cases using pen and paper to keep operations going in the midst of a cyber attack. A company that provides management software to around 15,000 dealers nationwide has been hit by hackers. For prospective car buyers, it may mean delays with no immediate end in sight. It's unclear at this point what, if any, consumer information has been compromised.
President Biden and former President Trump will face off for their first debate of the 2024 election cycle on Thursday. CNN will host a debate in Atlanta at 8 p.m. Trump and Biden bypassed the Commission on Presidential Debates and opted for earlier debates this year. After this week, the second debate is scheduled for September 10th.
Record high home prices and high mortgage rates are combining to push home sales down in May for the third month in a row. The National Association of Realtors says sales were down 0.7%.
Apple may be looking for some AI help from Facebook. Apple has reached out to Meta about a possible AR partnership. Apple has already struck a deal with ChatGPT maker OpenAI to help drive what the company is calling Apple Intelligence.
X announced it will soon start charging for live streaming. Prices start at $3 a month, and only premium subscribers will be able to go live. This makes X the only major platform to charge for live streaming.
Spotify is launching a new basic plan at $10.99 per month, just $1 less than premium. This new plan offers ad-free music but drops the 15 monthly hours of audiobook listening. It comes after the company raised prices on its premium tier to $11.99 per month.
Tennessee forced a Game 3 in the College World Series Finals with a 4-1 win over Texas A&M yesterday. The Vols' impressive home run power showed up in Game 2. The go-ahead homer for Tennessee came in the 7th inning, then another was hit in the 8th. The Aggies tried to score at the bottom of the 9th, but were not successful. Game 3 is tonight at 6 p.m., and that's today's 9 at 9.
4th of July is in a couple of weeks, and to ensure everyone has a safe holiday, the Bexar County Fire Marshal's Office is offering safety tips, including guidelines on how to properly dispose of fireworks.
Our Tiffany Huertas joins us live to tell us how to make sure your 4th of July celebration runs smoothly. Good morning, Tiffany.
Good morning, Mark and Stephanie. You know, we all love those fireworks, but it's all about safety this morning. I want to tell you, last year there were 49 firework-related emergency calls in unincorporated part of Bexar County. 13 incidents were related to improper disposal of fireworks. And this morning we have John to talk a little bit more about all of this. Good morning, John. Tell us about those incidents of last year.
Absolutely. So, as you said, we had 49 total fireworks-related calls. And that's just out in the county. That's not counting inside the city limits of San Antonio or other municipalities. So what we really want to stress is, yeah, we want people to have fun, but we want people to have fun responsibly. And so the calls were ranged anything from vehicle fires, automobiles catching fire, or even people's residences catching fire. And what we find is that a lot of times when it's fireworks related, it's because people are improperly disposing of the fireworks. And what we mean by that is basically getting all of your fireworks debris or your fireworks trash. That's still hot. It's still actually smoldering and burning. And they'll put it in a trash can and put it either inside their garage or next to their home. And unfortunately, with all the other trash in there, in about an hour, hour and a half, it flares up and it catches the entire house on fire. So we had about $240,000 worth of damage just in the outer parts of Bexar County alone last year.
And we've seen video of how devastating that is, and we've reported on this many stories in the past. Now, this year, talk to us about the campaign that you all are doing.
Right. So what we really want to focus on this year is that proper disposal of the fireworks trash. So we have a program that we're rolling out called Designated Dowser Program. And what that entails is basically we'll have these flyers out. The fireworks vending community is very helpful, and they'll be distributing these as well when people purchase their fireworks. But we want people to understand that after, let your trash kind of cool off, and then place it in a bucket with water, and we'll demo that a little bit later on, before you actually dispose of it, so that everything is doused and nice and soaked, and you don't have anything continuously burning in there.
And we're going to see a little bit of this demonstration later this morning. Thank you so much. We're going to stick around, and we're going to bring you that story coming up on the noon show. And, it's all about fun for 4th of July, but it's all about safety as well. We'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Tiffany. 9:07, 81 degrees. Still ahead on GMSA at 9.
Well, a lot of our longtime anchors and reporters here at KSAT are retiring after this week, and our David Sears is one of those. But before we say see you later, we're going to take a look back at his time here on Instant Replay.
Looking forward to that, but first we're talking about construction and how the city of San Antonio is trying to reuse some of the materials from different demolition projects. Patty Santos has that story when we come back.
Construction waste is a huge issue just in general, and so any little bit that we can do to help to divert some of that from the landfill is really important.
A new San Antonio program is hoping to reduce, reuse, and recycle construction waste in our landfill.
Well, in 2022, the City Council started to require that certain demolition projects be deconstructed instead of demolished.
It's called circular economy. So the idea is that things can be shared, repaired, refurbished, or recycled to extend the life of that material.
Well, Patty Santos has been tracking the ordinance and tells us how it's working.
This might be an old home, but the materials that make it are still solid and strong.
Because it is that old growth lumber, and so it's much stronger wood in general. Each of these doors were
Shannon Miller, director of the Office of Historic Preservation, oversees the city's deconstruction and circular economy program. First started in 2022, the city has already collected about 25,000 pounds of high-end quality material from historic homes that could have ended up in the landfill.
One historic building may come down, but that material can be used to extend the life of other historic buildings.
So far, the city has used that wood on community projects, affordable housing, and rehab projects.
And that is really intended to prevent this high-quality material from going to the landfill.
The city is also working with UTSA architecture students to find new ways to use it.
And that's really about reuse and reimagining and doing as much as we can with material before it ends its life. And that helps us reduce, as a community, our dependence on new material, and also helps us manage what's going into the waste stream.
Patty Santos, KSAT 12 News.
Right now, the material is used by the city of San Antonio, not for general use, but it's the concept of recycling and reusing they eventually want to grow all over our community.
Well, right now, let's look out there with live cam. Still humid, 82 degrees. It's funny, like when I'm in the AC, like in the morning before I step outside, you kind of forget that it's summertime and everything, if your AC is working properly, but then you step outside like, oh, there it is.
We were talking about that last night on the Night Beat. One of our live cam shots was the airplanes that were coming into San Antonio International, and just remembering, like, if you're traveling into South Texas, the second that you step off the plane, you can just feel it. You're like, the heat, the humidity. Definitely back in San Antonio.
You always know when you're home.
You know it, exactly. And that's the thing, is this week's weather is going to be pretty typical for this time of year. We've got high pressure taking back over, and that means that, yes, it's going to be hot, but we also will keep a 10% to even 20% potential in the forecast later this week to find a couple of isolated showers into the afternoon. So it's not going to be the better rain chances that we were able to find, thankfully, last week. A little bit more quiet in the days ahead. All right, temperatures right now, still upper 70s and low 80s. 82 is the official temperature over at San Antonio International, 78 in Bulverde, 82 out east in Gonzales. Partly cloudy skies in store throughout the vast majority of the day. If you're going to be stepping out for any lunchtime plans, already pushing 90 at noon. And then into the afternoon, we've got that forecast high topping off in the mid-90s for us here in the Alamo City. When you factor in that moisture, those feels like temperatures will be a few degrees hotter than that. Then later on this evening, we're gradually going to start to see those thermometers fall into the 80s after the sun goes down. Very similar to what we've seen over the past several days. So 95 is the forecast high here in town, 93 in Bernie, 92 over in the Los Maples area. It'll be 95 in Floresville, stretching over to Poteet as well as Pleasanton. But remember, with all of that moisture, here's a look at what those forecast feels like temperatures could look like, especially along and east of I-35 and even out west down Highway 90. Those feels like temperatures will likely climb into the 100 to 105 degree range. UV index is also going to be elevated, so make sure that you are wearing that sunscreen and just take breaks from some of that heat and keep doing that over and over again throughout the week. And here's the culprit, that area of high pressure that is just anchored over the Lone Star State. A lot of the rain-making energy is just being deflected around the northern and western side of that high pressure system. system. Right now, a few showers and storms moving into parts of Minnesota. By the way, the upper Midwest and close to the Great Lakes region actually under a 2 out of 5 severe risk for this afternoon and evening. Mainly wind and hail concern there. You can see nothing like that is expected here in San Antonio and across the state of Texas. It's just going to be a hot and mainly dry day. As we move this forward in time, you can see that this high pressure system for the most part is still going to be the main feature and factor in our weather pattern here at home. So that copy and paste forecast will be the theme. Mid-90s all the way through the week, 95 tomorrow, 96 by Wednesday and Thursday, and that will carry over into next weekend as well. Mentioned that isolated chance to find a stray shower by the time all is said and done. We're pretty quiet out there at the moment. Like yesterday, we did manage to find a few isolated showers across the coastal plains. That's going to be the better bet of cashing into that activity yet again in between about 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. specifically today. More of the same throughout the remainder of the week as well. Did want to briefly mention the tropics. The latest from the National Hurricane Center showing that tropical cyclone activity is not expected over the next 7 days. Pretty quiet out there in the Atlantic Basin and the Gulf of Mexico. By the way, though, if we were to see any system develop and get a name, the next 2 names on the list after Alberto, which gave us some rain last week, would be Beryl as well as Chris. So, of course, we will continue to keep you posted on that over the next several days and, frankly, the next several months. Until then, pretty quiet and just hot and toasty over the next several days. Crossing our fingers to find a quick shower. Consider yourself lucky, though, if you do find one today.
Well, fingers crossed for that little glimmer of hope.
Exactly.
Thank you, Mia.
We want to show you right now, see how things are going out there with that incident. 410 South at Culebra right now, and it looks like they are making some progress. Traffic moving slow around there. Hey, but at least it's moving.
Yes, that is the good news this Monday morning.
Time now is just exactly 9:18.
Well, a few years ago, we probably wouldn't have considered it a job, but now being a content creator is a feasible job, so much so that there's a summer camp for kids dedicated all to that. And our Fiona Gorostitsa from SA Live tells us more about it when we come back.
Welcome back to GMSA at 9. Has your kid ever told you they want to be a content creator? Well, guess what? There's a summer camp for that.
Well, from content creation to video game developing, SA Live's Fiona Gorostitsa takes us to a one-of-a-kind summer experience for kids.
Well, if you have a kid who wants to be a Hollywood filmmaker or a YouTube creator or even a 3D game developer, boy, do we have the summer camps for you. Joining me right now is Kasdan Morrison, co-founder of Creator Camp. Thanks for having us here.
Oh, thanks for having me on.
All right, so let's start with the fact that we've got a green screen behind us, right?
Yes.
And this is utilized in some of the camps, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, 100%, yeah. In our Hollywood filmmaking camp, we pretty much teach kids who come in how to make their own movies, how to do special effects. We pretty much use just iPads that the kids have, and we teach them how on those iPads to use them to create things. And so, for example, behind us we have a green screen. So for our filmmaking camp, we teach them how to use the Ultra Key function, which means you can change the green screen. So kiddos can kind of take themselves wherever they want to go in their movies. If they want to be in a jungle, they can be in the jungle. If they want to be in a room full of dinosaurs, they can be in a room full of dinosaurs. It's a lot of fun. We teach them 3X structure, how to make their own movies. And yeah, at the end of camp, they get to watch them all. We rolled a red carpet. Super fun time.
Oh, how cool. And so how old are the kids in these camps?
Yeah,
What's
so
the age range?
Our age range is from 6 to 13. It kind of varies per camp, but in general, anywhere from 6 years old to 13 years old, we'll take them for our camps.
All right. And what about YouTube creators?
YouTube creators.
Is that one of the more popular ones?
100%. Yes, that is by far our most popular camp, pretty much selling out every year, where we kind of walk the kids through how to make their own YouTube videos. Mind you, none of the videos actually go on YouTube. It's all just mock YouTube videos. All videos are sent directly to parents, but yeah, we walk them through a series of different YouTube videos they can make, how to kind of do online branding, present themselves online, as well as kind of some internet safety tips as well, just because it's a scary place out there. But yeah, they make vlogs, they make gaming videos, they do unboxing videos, all the kind of typical YouTube videos, from storyboarding, editing, filming them. Yeah, they do it all.
And 3D game developers, there's also a camp for that.
Yeah, no, of course, no. We do a lot of short camps too that specialize in technology and coding. And from those, you know, we walk the kids through how to make their own games, design the games, all within their iPads as well.
Wow. Okay, all right. Now I saw one of the camps here. Okay,
yes.
What does this mean? Minecraft Redstone engineers.
That's always one. Parents always call me and they ask, like, what is this camp? I'm just like, ask your child. Like, they will know.
Yeah, I'm sure the cool kids know.
They do. They get it. Redstone's like the electricity system in Minecraft. And so we pretty much teach the kids how to like build machines in Minecraft. And they kind of just use real world problem solving skills all through the lens of Minecraft though. So the kids come in and they're excited to do it, while at the same time they don't really understand. They're learning like a lot of key skills to do with like electricity and engineering in that course.
And of course, that's a great reason for these camps. I mean, this is the future. So they are learning skills that they can use later in life in their careers, 100%, right?
100%. Yeah. No, I'm a firm believer that technology is kind of here to stay. I feel like a lot of parents are scared about their kids having iPads or technology. And I think the solution isn't like taking it away, but rather like empowering the kids to learn how to use the technology they use on an everyday basis, but to like create things or be productive with it, not just sitting there on YouTube Shorts or just playing video games all day. We're just trying to really teach them how to use that to make things. And I think that's really valuable.
So where can folks go to sign up?
Oh, folks can go to sign up at creatorcamp.org. You can see our schedule, prices, and it's all registrations handled online.
All right. Thank you so much, Kasdan. Of course. Well, for more information on Creator Camp, all you have to do is head to our website, salive.com, and click on the As Seen on SA Live tab, or just scan that QR code on your screen.
That looks like me wakeboarding at Texas Ski Ranch. Boom.
Good job.
Nailed the landing.
Yeah, that looks like a very cool camp. Well, don't forget to watch SA Live weekdays at 1 p.m. right here on KSAT 12.
9:25, 82 degrees. There's more ahead on GMSA at 9.
Including David Sears' last sign-off on Instant Replay. If you didn't get a chance to see it last night, stay tuned to watch part of it coming up.
I can't wait to see it. Plus, KSAT Sports spoke with Bernie champions Elizabeth Leachman, who just finished trying out for the Olympics. And while she didn't qualify, she completed an amazing feat. She tells us what she's learned from this whole experience. If you're a fan of Japanese culture, you may want to check out Daiso. The store is now open in the Alamo Ranch area.
Well, large crowds of people camped out in front of it for its grand opening over the weekend. The Japanese-inspired store has home decor, stationery, food, beauty products, and more. A lot of people are excited to have it here in San Antonio.
It should have been here sooner for sure, but hey, we're happy now, and hopefully other things follow suit as well.
So you can read more about this story on our website, ksat.com. Just look for it on the homepage.
Outside with live cam, 83 degrees. Mia is in for the vacationing Justin Horn.
Yes, exactly. And, you know, we would probably all like a vacation to get a little bit of a break from the heat and humidity, if I'm being honest. Because, yes, that's exactly what we're going to be dealing with this afternoon. And not just today, but for the days to come, all the way through this last full week of June. Just prepare for pretty typical end of June weather. I do want to get you a look at the pollen count, though, for today. Here's a little bit of good news. Molds, while still moderate, are down from the high category, what we saw yesterday there at 7:30. Grass also makes an appearance, but they are low at 10, so not too bad out there, especially compared to what we saw on Sunday. Starting to see more sunshine, 82 degrees right now. Still do have some clouds passing by here and there, providing a little bit of shade, but it already feels like 90 degrees because of the humidity in place. So with air temperatures headed for the mid-90s in many locations later on this afternoon, it will feel like the low triple digits for many of us. Del Rio, though, in terms of your actual air temperature, going to be approaching that 100-degree mark later on today, with the 10% chance of a stray shower. More of the same in store Tuesday, Wednesday, and into Thursday. It's not just us, though, dealing with this heat and humidity. Other parts of the country are as well. We're going to get you a look at weather across the U.S. coming up a little bit later on, guys.
Thank you, Mia. Let's look out there with TransGuide. Looking over at Loop 410 at Ingram Road, and still a little bit of a slowdown, but not too bad on this Monday morning.
Well, David Sears has been all over KSAT for both sports and news, and after 4 decades of dedication, David signed off for his final instant replay last night.
Well, the sports team did an awesome job of pulling some video from back in the day of our David Sears, and Larry Ramirez talked to him about some of his most memorable moments. So if you missed it last night, here's a look.
Good evening and welcome to this very special edition of Instant Replay. Tonight, we are taking you back in time. Matter of fact, we're going to go back 40 years. That's when, fortunately, I was able to start here at KSAT 12. So we're going to look back at some of the great times we've had, especially here on Instant Replay. My, oh my, how times have changed. Good evening and welcome to another edition of Instant Replay. It is the way it was meant to be. And for those of you who have been watching Instant Replay for a while, you may remember this. We used to start the show walking down these steps, and the key was to remember what you were going to talk about as far as the show and what we were going to see in that edition of Instant Replay without falling on your face. Whew. Man, 40 years will do it to you.
Look at David Sears. David Sears is beyond disgusting.
This week's Scholar Athlete is Tracy. She's been named to the, oh golly. This week's Scholar Athlete is Tracy Guadalama. Of course, things will get even better in a couple of weeks when the Oilers host the Cowboys in the Alamo Dome.
Your father, former President George Bush, is a fan of the Houston Astros. How does this thing work out?
Well, he'll be a fan of the Rangers when we get in the World Series.
David, I appreciate you taking some time with us and coming back to IR. It's a blast in the past for me as well, and
it's something else, man. I appreciate the invitation to come back. This is always home right here.
Absolutely, right.
Instant Replays.
So, David, a lot of people do not know that you were a DJ when you first got into this career, and you started here at KSAT. So you went back and forth across the parking lot, working at KSAT and as a disc jockey.
And I went back and forth across the parking lot because the station was right behind us. It was Kono Kitty back then, KITY 92.9, and then it went to Power 93. But the snack machine over here was better than what we had over there. So when I was doing the evening show, I think I did like the 7 to midnight at one time. So I'd come over here and get some snacks because they were a whole lot better than what we had over the radio station.
All right, so you got to give me some sort of David Sears radio voice with, hey, you're listening to, come on, you can do it.
This is good afternoon. This is David Sears. It's 5:45, driving you home in the afternoon. A little Duran for your trip to the house.
Nice. All right, so you've been here at KSAT for 40 years. What was it like starting Instant Replay from the ground up?
It was an adventure. It was something that, we had talked about doing for several years, and then it became reality. It was kind of strange at the very beginning. We had our bumps and bruises, we had our ups and downs, some technical difficulties, some things, but we finally got it all ironed out after we started in March of 1993. Okay. And I think by April or May we were rolling.
You were rolling.
We set the tone and we set the bar for everybody in town and we always were right at the top and beyond that. So it's been a great run on Instant Replay, I'm going to tell you that.
When you see these videos running here, doing Instant Replay stuff in front of the old set like that, what do you think, man?
I think I was young and had hair, and just check out the style. Just check out, the collarless shirt, buttoned up. And
look at you all cool right there leaning,
it was, that was just the technology was it looks so old now compared to what we do now, but it was a blast.
So you've interviewed a lot of people over the decades, from George Bush to Shaq and Charles Barkley, but do you have one person that stands above them all?
That's a tough question. That is a tough question because sports is a mix of entertainers and politicians and athletes. So, there's George W. Bush before he was even governor of the state of Texas and went on to be the president. So, Bob Hope and George Strait and Shaq and, of course, all the Spurs throughout all these years and the Cowboys. I mean, it's hard to pinpoint one guy. It really is, or one lady. We got to interview a lot of folks along the way, and it was always fun. Remember a guy named Dennis Rodman?
I do.
Played for the Spurs.
Yep.
Okay, when he came to San Antonio, Greg Simmons, who was doing Instant Replay then, used to always send a limo out to pick up all the guests to make sure that they would actually get here and be live on Instant Replay. They didn't want to take a chance.
Yeah.
So when Dennis Rodman came to town, He made me get in the limo and go to the hotel to make sure Dennis got in the limo. He got in the limo with his girlfriend, and we all came back down to Instant Replay together, and it was one of the strangest rides, as you can very well imagine. Thanks to you for inviting me, and you saw some clips of Greg Simmons, who helped me along the way for many, many years.
Yes.
And Daniel Villanueva, our producer back there, didn't get a whole lot of credit, but without him, we would have no Instant Replay.
This is true.
I wouldn't have been able to do what I could do. I think he's the longest running producer of this show, if I'm not mistaken. And of course, all the photographers that bust their tail and go out and get all the video for us.
Yep.
And a special thanks to Mark Mendez. Come on, you come out here, Mark. Yes, come here.
Out here, come on.
Come here. Mark and I covered the Spurs together for at least, 14, 15 years? There was times when we were together more than we were with our families because the Spurs were making that run through the 99 and then 3, 5, 7 and then 13 and 14. So we spent a lot of time together. My wife even said one time, "Y'all sound like an old married couple."
Yes. Yes.
We were going at each other, but we had a great time. And I tell you what, that this guy did a great job.
Yep.
He did a great job. He made me look good on TV. And if he didn't, then he heard about it. So it was great. And so without all the guys behind the scenes, we wouldn't be here. So
absolutely.
I thank them from the bottom of my heart for everything that they've done for us. And thank you. What a great run we had. And I appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Everything you guys did.
Yes,
and the sports
for sure.
department lives on, man.
Yep.
Y'all are doing a great job.
You got a candle to blow out, sir.
How much time I got left? Might take one. Oh! Thank y'all, and thank you for watching, because if you don't watch, we don't work. So I appreciate y'all watching us over all these years. So God bless you, and thank you for enjoying Instant Replay over the last few years. Appreciate it very much.
David's so excited about retiring. He blew the top off the cake.
I know.
What an outstanding way to start a week of goodbyes, David.
That was fun. That was, like I said, it was like home, because it was. Wow, 30 years. We've been since 1993. Been doing Instant Replay. Been a part of most of them for a long time till I moved into the news, but still was able to be a part of the sports department. And you start looking at that video when you were young, and you start thinking about all the interviews you did, all the people you got to talk to, all the places you got to go, and it was just Instant Replay was one of a kind because nobody else in town was doing it. And I got 1,000 stories. We actually did one back in the 80s when Joe Fowler and Greg Simmons were the sportscasters here.
I remember those guys.
It was an hour-long show. We called it Instant Replay. But Joe and Greg did it we had it, I think it was a bar like set up in here like a bar scene. It was called the Instant Replay Bar. And so this was on the table for years before we ever could really get. This was in the late 80s when we first did this hour show, but so it took till 1993 to convince upper management that we could get rid of the George Michael sports machine. A lot of people might remember
I remember that too.
That was on after the newscast, and we could get rid of that, and we could start doing a local 30-minute show. So they finally bought into it. At the very beginning, I was still doing sports at 20, and then at 20 after 10 in the newscast, and then we do a 30-minute show. Well, finally, we eliminated that, and I became more of a part of the Instant Replay show, and then just kept building and building and building and building, and man, it was just it had allowed us to go out and do more interviews. It allowed us to do more stories with athletes, and so and there were longer stories. Got to do more with the Cowboys and the Spurs and stuff, and it was just you talk about a great time to work at Channel 12 and be in sports. I'm the luckiest guy in the world to be able to do all that and talk to all those people. Just sit and talk to Shaq and listen to him go off. I was telling somebody the other day, I said, he's the only guy I ever saw could get into City's head. He could get in San Antonio's head so bad talking about David Robinson. I mean,
that's not true.
Yeah,
that's not true.
But I mean, there's just so many things that we were able to do. But the best part about it was that the people at home like to watch Instant Replay.
Oh, for sure.
And I can't thank you enough for being a part of this, and hopefully you guys at home enjoyed the ride as much as we did, because we were on a great ride, and the ride continues. But I was able to take a great ride and to bring all the folks along with us watching at home. I mean, it was just what a trip, what a fantastic time.
You were a joy to watch, yeah.
Thank you.
You know, one of the most common questions we've gotten over the years has been, are the people that you work with that way in private? And David personifies, exactly what you see is what you get.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much the same way, but I'd say with every single person we've been blessed to work with, right?
I appreciate that. I was talking to my wife about that the other day. She goes, yeah, when people come up and ask me, is that David Sears?
the guy on TV. She says, is he like he? She says, my wife goes, that's him.
That's him.
24/7. I got to deal with it all the time. So, but that's him. But I think that's one of the greatest compliments anybody could ever pay you is what you see is what you get.
Yeah.
So,
sure. Well,
I appreciate that. But it's been a blast.
We appreciate you being that way.
It's been a blast.
Yeah.
We love working with you.
Somebody had to be the goofy guy, didn't they? Somebody had to go out. But I don't know how to describe it other than it's just been a blast. And you start thinking about all the stuff that you've done. And I mean, like I said, I could tell 1,000 stories. I could always, I don't know how much time we got. I'll give you one. I'll give you one real story. This goes all the way back to the 80s when I was working, because I was the disc jockey across the street. Right. And you saw it in the clip there where I used to come over here and get snacks because the snack machines were better over here than they were over there. Right. Well, one night there was a sports producer. Greg Simmons was the sports guy. And there's a sports producer named Darwin Bird. This is way back when. And so I came over. I put on a record. They were on carts, so I started a car. I don't remember the song. I ran over here to get some snacks, and this was in the old newsroom. Well, Darwin had laid out trash cans and pushed desks together and stuff on the path back through, and I would always have to run back through so I could get through to the radio station before it got dead air. So now I'm having to jump over desks, move trash cans, move chairs, all out of the way. I finally get to the back over here, and the needle on the record was like headed down, and there's last thing you need on air on a radio station is dead air, and I was this close to having dead air. But that's how much fun it's been for all these years, just stuff like that, just story after story. You saw the Dennis Rodman thing. That was a trip.
I could see you making it, at the last minute.
We could talk forever.
We have more time for this as we work throughout the week. David, thank you.
Yes, thank you all very much. Everything.
We'll see more come up throughout the week. As we said, a week full of goodbyes here at KSAT 12. 9:43, 83 degrees.
And we'll be right back with a look at our forecast. Welcome back. Let's look out there with Zoo Cam. This morning it is Flamingo Cam, and you can see the sun shining right there, but like a couple of flamingos still enjoying the shade.
Well, shade is at a premium. They're behind the tree.
They got the shade. They got the water. Yeah. They're pretty set for the remainder of the day. Yeah, it's
pretty smart flamingos.
Pretty smart flamingos, and it would be smart for all of us to find some shade and stay by some water later on this afternoon because it is going to be another hot one out there. Surprise, surprise at this point, but we will cross our fingers for an isolated shower by the time all is said and done. Most of us, unfortunately, are going to miss out, but we'll see what we can find. We were able to find a few of those out there yesterday. Let's get you a look at those weather headlines. Again, really what we're going to be monitoring in the days ahead. Our friend high pressure is back, which means highs in the mid-90s will continue each and every afternoon all the way through the upcoming week, feeling like the triple digits because of all that humidity in place. Stray afternoon showers certainly possible, but again, it's not going to be for everybody. Here's a look at where temperatures are right now. Now we're up to 83 here in San Antonio, 79 still in Rock Springs, 82 over in Pleasanton, Freer checking in at 87, 86 over in Victoria. Throughout the remainder of this Monday, partly cloudy skies in store, pushing 90 for any lunchtime plans, 92 by 2 p.m., feeling like the triple digits. So those heat indices topping off in the range of about 101 to 105. Actual air temperatures, though, in the mid-90s later on this afternoon, before we start to see those thermometers fall into the 80s after the sun goes down. But as we mentioned a little bit earlier in the newscast, it's not just us dealing with this heat. High pressure and control for the state of Texas, but also up into the Central Plains and out east across the deep south, Florida, parts of Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana under heat advisories. We're not actually under a heat advisory here in San Antonio, not meeting the criteria, but it is still going to be a day to be careful out there. And even out west, close to the west coast, near LA and near San Diego, more heat advisories and even a few excessive heat warnings in place. And this is one of the reasons why. Take a look at forecast high temperatures across the lower 48 today. 101 in Wichita, Kansas, so hotter than what we're expected to see here. 101 in El Paso, 99 for places like Dallas as well as Oklahoma City, even approaching 110 near Las Vegas. But of course, that's a drier heat, so they're not having to deal with as much of the humidity as what we're going to be seeing. But you can see our average for this time of year is 93, so we're going to be a few degrees hotter than that this afternoon and over the next several days, just with more of those partly cloudy skies in place. You'll notice, though, we don't have any triple digits on the 7-day forecast right now. Here's the latest, our triple digit counter so far this year. We have seen 7 days of an official high temperature at 100 degrees or higher. Last year, if you can remember, we set the record for the most number of triple digit days that we have seen in a given calendar year at 75. That beat out 2009, which had 59 triple digit days, so beating it out by a rather large margin. Most of us will just continue to stay hot and dry, but there's that 10% potential, especially across our far southeastern counties closer to the Gulf of Mexico, to find an isolated shower before the day is done. High pressure will just continue to wobble around more or less near the state of Texas in the days ahead, so it just means that rain-making energy for the most part will continue to be deflected around our area, so that 10 to 20% potential continuing all the way into next weekend, with highs in the mid-90s, and also mornings will continue to be pretty humid as well, starting off in the upper 70s.
Well, fingers crossed for any chance of a small shower.
We'll take it at this point. Exactly.
Thank you, Mia.
Thank you so much. Well, Birdie champion long distance runner Elizabeth Leachman was the only high schooler who ran in the 5,000 meters at the U.S. Track and Field Trials on Friday. The 16-year-old finished 26th overall in the 2 heats, but didn't qualify for the final. She made a lot of great impressions, though, and Mary Rominger from KSAT 12 got to catch up with her Sunday afternoon.
Okay, so you've had a couple of days to decompress from all that went down at the Olympic trials. Tell me about your experience from start to finish.
Yeah, it was definitely a cool experience to be a part of. I got to race against a lot of really amazing people, so that was definitely a cool thing to do. But yeah, I think I just learned a lot about different racing styles. That was definitely more of a strategic race than a fast race. I think our first mile was like a whole minute slower than the last mile. And so I think that I just came away with a lot of lessons about kind of learning to race flexibly and strategically. And yeah, not all races are going to look the same way.
So impressive. Well, you can see the complete interview on the sports page of our website, ksat.com.
Right now it's 9:52, 83 degrees.
We'll be right back.
All right, so coming up tomorrow on GMSA at 9, I'll be speaking with a research meteorologist from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration about the nation's most advanced fleet of weather satellites. Pretty cool stuff. Tomorrow, the 4th and final installation of NOAA's GOES-R series will launch from NASA's Kennedy Space Center. So we're going to talk about how the new satellite will join that fleet that helps keep us safe here on the ground and in space. So again, that is coming up tomorrow on GMSA at 9, so be sure to join us for that. We'll be keeping eyes on the satellite picture this afternoon, really just expecting some passing clouds here and there that will help give us at least a little bit of shade. Highs still in the mid-90s, feeling like the low triple digits, and that very, very isolated chance for a stray shower. More of the same over the next several days, still holding on to those partly cloudy skies, and then slightly better chances into the weekend.
All right, we'll take cloud cover or whatever we can get.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Mia. Thanks for joining us.
Glad you're with us this week, Mia. Everybody have a great day. Our crews are back here for the noon show.